Happy Sunday, loves. For me, Sunday is all about homemaking. It's about getting myself and my home ready for the week ahead. This is when I catch up on all of my chores. So I like to do my food prep at this time so that I am prepped and prepared for healthy eating all through the week. It also means I get into doing my cleaning. I do clean throughout the week, but it's a few things I like to blitz on a Sunday. Not every Sunday looks the same, and sometimes I have to fit my homemaking through the week, but it just so happens that this week was quite busy for me. We had a lot of work things going on. I was out of the house quite a lot, so I'm looking forward to having a quiet day of getting organised for next week. So I thought I'd take you guys along with me and I can share with you all my Sunday routines. And we're going to start right here in my tiny home kitchen. So before we actually get into my food prep, the first job I want to do today, something that I try and do on quite a regular basis, is to organise my pantry. For the fact that we live in a tiny home, we tend to always have quite a lot of food. I like to do a lot of cooking from scratch, which means I need like a decent amount of ingredients. We have food stashed throughout the entire kitchen. So we have like a food cupboard under the counter, I have a spice rack, I have a tea and coffee drawer, and then we have a lot of stuff out on this really lovely shelving. I do like open storage, and I love to keep things in jars. It means it keeps it safe, and for the clear jars in particular, I can kind of keep an eye on levels, which informs my food shopping. And then we have like an overfill cupboard over here, which I'll show you. So this is where I store a lot of my baking stuff, and also store excesses of things that I store in my open pantry. But it's getting a bit crowded in there, and I've got a lot of things that are getting quite low, so I'm going to pull this stuff out now and start topping up these jars. For the things in my pantry that have shorter dates or I don't go through them as quickly, or like my dates, I do like to add a best before date to the jar by using my labeler. I think some people can get a bit worried about putting things in jars because they don't have that date. So this is definitely a way around it. I'll link this down below. It was genuinely a birthday present from my partner because he knows I love this stuff. So now it's time to actually get into the food prep. So I'm just checking my schedule. So I use Notion. I actually sell this template on my Etsy store. It's essentially a food planner. So it's where I do my meal planning, have my recipe library, have a list of the kind of food that's in season. I've put like a lot of information in there as well as it being a planner. If you're new to vegan eating in particular, that might be quite useful to you. So I'll link that planner down below, but I'm just checking my food prep schedule. So this is a weekly schedule. So I'm just checking today, Sunday, what I have to do. So the first thing is to make my overnight oats. This is a daily thing for me because I like to have oats every morning. And then I need to do some food prep for my lunches next week. So I'm going to be having some nourish bowls, which I think some people call Buddha bowls. Basically it's a bowl full of yummy plant food, and I like to take the faff out in the week, so I batch some cooking on a Sunday for that. So I already have a squash cut up left over from another recipe, so I'm going to use that up and roast it. Today I'm going to cook up some quinoa so I can just keep that in the fridge so that's ready to go. I'm also going to marinate some tofu that I can fry up as my protein. I think I'm going to roast some pecans as well because I just prefer the flavour of roasted nuts, and it doesn't take long. I just do those in the air fryer. And then I also want to make some oatmeal cookies. I like to make some snacks for the week because it's really quite expensive to buy those from the supermarket. So I'm going to get my apron on and we can get cooking. That's my food prep done for my Nourish bowls and my overnight oats. So now I'm going to get into making these cookies. If you can hear a dog panting very loudly, that's Sky, because we've just been out with her ball. So she can have a good nap now. And I made myself some lunch and I just finished my cup of tea. So now I'm going to get into the cleaning portion of the day. I've got some laundry to fold, I've got to clean the floors, the windows, and desperately need to do the kitchen now because it is a state. The reality kind of behind the scenes of what happens to my kitchen on food prep days. So I think the first thing I need to tackle here are all of these dishes, and then it's wiping everything down, cleaning the hob that I managed to get butter all over anyway, and generally give it a good spritz. God, I sound like an old lady. I've made myself a cup of tea because I think that is well deserved after a very nice, productive, but still like quite chill Sunday. And I get to have one of these cookies now, which is definitely a perk. Very good. So now I've done all of my chores, all of my homemaking, it means that I feel fresh and ready. Sorry, got a bit of cranberry in my tooth. Fresh and ready for the week ahead, and I can just spend the rest of the afternoon how I like, which probably will mean reading for me. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I love watching this type of content. I find it both relaxing and inspiring, so hopefully you've enjoyed it as well. Like I said at the beginning, not every Sunday looks like this. I do not have the time to spend this much on my home every Sunday, but I think keeping a clean and tidy home and getting ahead on food prep, which means I eat better through the week when I'm busy, it's always worth it. I'm always very, very grateful to past Molly when I spend the time to do this. But thank you very much for keeping me company, guys, and I will see you next time.